This is Pod Stew. Greetings and welcome. First and foremost, thank you for clicking. If you like anything you see, please subscribe and tickle that little like button there. My name's Jeff. We're going to go over what happened in the podcast world last week. I love me some podcasts. You know what I mean? I watched them. Lots of identity talk last week, which was interesting because I also underwent 2 identity experiments of my own. I was included in one. One of them was, I don't know if you guys have heard of the band Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. Super dope band. And their lead singer, Alex Ebert, he goes by Bad Guru on Instagram. He was kind of conducting an identity experiment where he kind of wanted to see how attached he was to kind of like his digital avatar, well, however you want to call it. You know what I mean? His digital life, I guess. And so he ran a little short contest to allow the winner to take over his account for a week to do whatever they'd like with it. So one of those things, the guy that won's name's, he goes by Chalking Vegan on Instagram. Go check him out. He does some dope artwork. One of the things he wanted to do was share some fans' art and music. So I make music under the name Lil Water Socks. Which is interesting and meta on its own because it's like this whole identity thing, right? But I submitted and he dug it, I guess, and so he posted it. So I've been making music for a long time, and that was the largest audience I've ever been put in front of. I think Alex has like 45,000 followers or something like that with the little blue check on it, you know what I'm saying? And I'll put a screenshot right here so that you know that it's important and that you should like me more because of it. So that was cool, and it was interesting because it raised a bunch of questions for me about kind of hawking yourself as an artist, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to do the work, right? And then to tell people that it's good, you want other people to tell other people for you, you know what I'm saying? But I've come to realize that that's not going to happen, so I'm starting to get more comfortable in kind of putting myself out there and letting people know that I'm dope and I do dope shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think you should do that too. There's no reason to be scared. No reason to hold back. No reason to wait any longer, really. You know what I'm saying? So do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Choose whoever you want to be and be that. And so the other identity experiment is a one that I inflicted upon myself. I'm 5 days into marijuana withdrawals, you know what I'm saying? Cannabis withdrawals. And I'm a long time daily user, about 25 years deep in the game, you know what I'm saying? I started smoking when I was about 15. I'm damn near 40, I'm 39. And I stopped. I'm, like I said, about 5 days deep. It's been horrible. No sleep, you know what I'm saying? Sweats, no appetite, really. Just mean. I was debating if I was going to share this or not, but I was driving the other day, about 2 days deep, and I saw one of those memorials, on the side of the road, and I was so mean, dude, that in my head, the first thing I said was, I thought, good. Can you imagine that? That's when I knew something had to be done. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not like that. There was another day, I think it was like the third day, where I watched a bunch of violence. I'm not really into violence like that, but I watched all day. I watched like backyard fights and UFCs and all that, you know? And yeah, I don't know. I thought it was maybe because, you know, they say like smoking herb like is like, it's like gets you more in touch with like feminine qualities. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I've heard. So I was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm getting more like manly and I want to watch fights, you know what I mean? So maybe it's a good thing. I did start wearing basketball jerseys. This is my kids got me this for my birthday, which was last month, end of the month. And it's the Bill Murray one. Wait. Bill Groundhog Day Ghostbusting Ass Murray. Bill Groundhog Day Ghostbusting Ass Murray. And I'll give you 1,000 points to anybody that can tell me what that quote's from down in the comments there. All right, let's see what we got today. Oh yeah, this first clip is the homie Johnny Pemberton. I love this dude. This dude can just talk and I laugh. You know what I'm saying? He was on Your Mom's House podcast, and I think they talk about some identity stuff here.
Kind of a punk little bitch about everything.
Let's see.
I'm kind of known to be kind of a punk little bitch about everything. Like, I'll say something that shouldn't say or do something you shouldn't do. It's kind of Dennis the Menace type thing. That's
yeah. You're a rascal, man.
Yeah, I'm a rascal. That's what I meant to say.
You guys, does anybody know if there's any truth to the rumor that he's Fart Simpson? Let me know, fam.
Yeah.
Or do something you shouldn't do. It's kind of Dennis the Menace type thing. That's
You're a rascal, man.
Yeah, I'm a rascal. That's what I meant to say. I'm a rascal. I'm a rascal.
Yeah. You're a rascal. I'm a knucklehead. What are you going to do?
Yeah, there you go. I see knucklehead. That's some territory. I want to be a knucklehead. I'd rather be a rascal because knucklehead's like, that's how they explain away. Like, what's the guy at Penn State?
Sandusky?
Oh, Sandusky was horsing around. That was horseplay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was horseplay.
I am not horsing around.
Bro, no horseplay.
No horseplay, but knuckleheads is what they say when, like, you know, cops beat someone, like, these knuckleheads.
Yeah.
But a rascal, you're like solo. Like, I'm just out there on my own. I'm a rascal.
Yeah.
It does. It fits the word. And he did the right movement. That's the rascal movement right there.
That's my persona.
You're
rascal.
A little menace, you know?
Yeah, menace. A menace turned rascal. Like, Lil Bow Wow became Bow Wow. I went from menace to rascal.
Yeah.
And I think that if you're purporting to be
I feel like
different,
I'm a knucklehead and a goofball at the same time.
Goofball is better than knucklehead.
Yeah.
Because goofball's like, oh, he's kind of a goofball.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? It's like he's kind of a goofball.
He's kind of I'm kind of a goofball.
He's a goofball. What do you mean? Well, he doesn't have a driver's license.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Johnny Pemberton, check him out on what does he do? Just My Nipples. I'm pretty sure that's his YouTube name, and I'm pretty sure that's why he got kicked off of Twitch. They might talk about it on this episode, actually. But, yeah, Johnny Pemberton's real dope. Let's see. And he loves dance hall like me.
Well, things got flushed out.
Yeah.
Trash Tuesday. Yo, they got heavily ratioed, I think. I think that's what that means when they had a bunch of thumbs downers, which I think it might have been because of the guest, this Trisha Paytas person. They don't really seem to like her too tough. Or I guess YouTube folks don't seem to like her too tough, maybe because of the drama with the H3H3 folks. But here she's asking her about identity. You know, do you feel like you're playing a character?
public persona, like when you just you as Trish, when you do YouTube videos, are you kind of playing a character? Like a little bit?
I don't know. I would say now I feel like
I just got to say, Esther's eye makeup looks really nice this episode too.
I'm not, but who knows? I do feel like I become like a little bit of a different person, especially when I have like hair and makeup versus when I don't. People notice that all the time. I do think it's also just like something wrong with me that I like switch personalities, because I'm very like who I'm around. I try and be like, you know what I mean? So
I relate to that.
Yeah. So I think, when I'm in like glam, I feel like I'm a little more ditzy and I'm a little more, daring and bold, as opposed to when I'm ugly. I'm like, oh my God, Trisha, don't be stupid. Like, don't be annoying. I don't know. Maybe. I think I'm pretty authentic to myself. I feel like if you know me like off camera, and I feel like I'm pretty much the same, as opposed to someone like Ethan, who's like really like loud and stuff on camera, but it's like really sweet and like quiet, like off camera. So it's like a lot of people are like that, they're really on, and then you like see them behind camera and they're like really just like,
it's also, I say it's so weird.
I also think it's a way, I know for me, like I think that I'm being as authentic, let's say on a podcast, but when the cameras are on, I'm so like conscious that they're on. And I also I'm so anxious that they're on. So I don't think that, like, I think that these girls know who I really am, like outside of here, because I could just be
not
my
as
most
well
comfortable.
as potassium, though. You're right.
Dude, that's very true. Because there's a weird thing that happens when you turn the cameras on. It's happening right now. And actually, if you mention it, it gets stronger. It's a weird force. But I think it's people are very complex individuals, and we're constantly changing. And when you capture it with a camera, you're kind of like locked into that person that you were for that hour or however long you recorded for. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of pressure. Even if you're not aware of it, subconsciously, maybe that's a lot of pressure. Cosmically, that's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? So, but also, Annie's shirt is super sick, and I want to get one. And she said she drew that too. I'm sure they're at her website. Go buy one. They're freaking dope. No curses.
But I think that it's a way to also like protect yourself, to sort of play up this like persona, so that you keep a little bit of yourself to just you. Like, only my family really knows me in this capacity.
It's true, y'all.
Like, at least for me.
I think I used to be like that. Like, I used to be like this like really hardcore dumb. I was trying to be like so like, I love Trump, and just like anything that was opposite of me, because I thought like if it wasn't me, then no one knew. So I think I used to be like that a lot.
Yo, I can sort of identify with that, because when I was about I'd say 16, I started getting into psychedelics. And it was one of those things where I felt like I was in a party that I wasn't supposed to be at, and it was like I knew too much. I figured out life, right? So then I got real nervous, and I thought to myself, like, I better try to erase that from my mind and dumb myself down as much as possible, or else you're going to die, because you're already done here. You already figured it out. So what's left to do, right? And I imagine, I don't know what I was thinking, but I damn sure got to work on that. You know what I mean? But here we are. This is an episode of vulnerabilities right here, folks.
Authentic, but it is hard, I think, on cameras. I don't know.
Yeah.
See what else is on here. Oh, yo, if you guys haven't checked out Drink Champs, whether you're a hip hop fan or not, do yourself a favor and check it out. Nori is a really good host. He's funny, super funny. If you're into comedy, check out Drink Champs, because this dude is a fool, and he always has been. He always has been one of my favorite rappers, because he wasn't scared to put on that, that comedy vibe, and which, rest in peace, Biz Markie. They talk about him on this episode too, and how he helped kind of bring that humor into hip hop, and I love that, and I miss that. It's coming back though. But they have Scarface on, legend, down south legend. We love Scarface. And I think in this one, let me see what he's talking about.
You're not a fan of yourself? Man, I'm so much better than.
Are you in your own top 5?
Fuck no, man.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Damn, Face, you gotta have a talk.
I mean, you know what, bro, you want to laugh right quick?
Yeah.
Well, nigga, you know what I think about when I think about my career? And nigga, you got away with one.
And you got over on folks?
Nigga, I got away with one.
Okay, I feel like that too. But you're not supposed to think like that.
I got away.
No.
Nah, you crazy.
Dude, that's crazy. That's Scarface saying that. Scarface suffers from imposter syndrome, like a legend, a GOAT. So when I see that, I get hopeful. You know what I'm saying? Because that lets me know that that feeling is not very important. You know what I'm saying? If it's still happening to this legend right here, then, you know, stay humble, but accept that you belong too. You know what I mean? I might edit all this stuff out. I don't know what I'm doing, but let's keep going. Let's see what happens. Oh, I thought this was a good story. You know, it kind of speaks on perception. Let's see.
My favorite story that we both experienced together is we were at Coffee Bean down here on Ventura, and some guy, Bobby and I were walking together, and some guy was like, "Hey, can I get a picture?" And so Bobby's like, "Sure, man." And the guy proceeds to get closer to Bobby, but then hands him the camera because he wants a picture with me. And he just was a guy from I don't know where.
Bro, Bobby hasn't cracked the smile yet.
Where in the United States, it was his first time in LA, and he just thought I was pretty and wanted a picture with a random girl. And Bobby was like,
and he gave me the camera, and I it was like a hot potato. Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do. Okay, I don't wanna,
we laughed so hard on the ride home.
That's funny. So at the end of,
So yeah, that's all. It's all about perception. You know what I'm saying? Who's the star? You are, buddy. That's who you are. Boom. I got this little short clip. This is a great episode too. Anders from Workaholics and Game Over, man, and they have a podcast too. And here they're calling the some toilet shop, talking about the hinges that shut fast or shut slow. But I thought this little bit here was funny.
dampeners. Do you think there's something to the dampeners being such an issue with quality control that's why maybe they still do the older toilet seat? Poop, fart, booger?
Did the slammers break more than the dampeners?
All right, here's last question, I think, and thank you. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I was got into an argument with a buddy of mine the other day. It had nothing to do with toilet seats, but I'm just now more passionate about stuff. Do the dampeners on the toilet seats that slam, do those have more issues or less issues than the dampeners for...
That right there. Classic Rick Glassman. Fire take. Let's see what else is on here.
The slamming toilet seat.
Uncle Joey, what is he talking about?
I was blowing some tremendous farts at the gym. I went to the gym Friday morning, and I tell you, there was a couple of old people there, and I would go by them. These were garlic farts. Dog, there was this one woman that I would just go close to. I was doing like these deadlifts with 20 pounds in my hand just to stretch out my lower back. I opened up a workout with that. But by doing the up and downs, you're also moving everything in your fucking stomach. Dog, I was ripping some fucking garlic farts on Friday in there. I would leave the area and then come back and go, oh my God, this is fucking terrible. And there were these old people in there because the gym I go to in the morning, it's older people. And then if you go back, it closes from 12 to like 4. If you go back at 4, I've only been there after 4 twice to ride the bike because I've been busy in the daytime. if you go at 4 after 4, it's young guys and hot chicks and shit. But in the morning, it's just a couple old guys. There's like 1 or 2 young chicks. Jimmy Florentine goes in there. Jimmy Florentine was not there that day. Let me tell you something. I was blowing some farts in there. You thought it smelled like fucking the Jersey Turnpike in that motherfucker. And I was going to different parts of the gym where the fart was just settling. The fart would come out. Nobody was opening the doors, so it was air conditioning. And the fart, it was like going. You ever see Star Trek when they come down? They have like the fucking things, the light. It was like there was a. You would walk into it and go, "Oh my God, this is terrible," and then I would have to go out. It was terrible. I had like 8 little fart pockets in the gym that I would walk.
Bro, not fart pockets. 8 fart pockets. Imagine walking into one of those. Oh, shout out Uncle Joey. I know he cooled out on some reefer too. That's good. Good for you, man. It inspired me. Let's see what else we got on here. Felipe Esparza. I recorded this one for my son. Tell me if you think you know what he's saying.
What's the difference between Diwali and Jabudi? That Diwali doesn't like the Flintstones, but Jabba Doobie Doo.
Felipe Esparza, y'all. Crushing. Let's see what else he got on here.
The only place the kiosk works at is Wah Wah.
That store, dude. Wah Wah.
But they're in the East Coast, they have Wah Wah.
Yep, we got Wah Wah out here. It's kind of new, really, to our town. But man, kids go out there, hang out there Friday nights. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole scene out here. Wah Wah life.
WA, it's a fast food chain that started in Florida and it's slowly moving west. And it's kiosk. You order on a kiosk, all the sandwiches, all the coffees.
It's like a deli.
I like how he just looks off into the distance because he's painting the picture, you know, in his mind. He gets lost. He's at Wawa right now.
Dali, every sandwich you could mix and match. Whatever you ever thought about a sandwich to change is on there. You get your receipt and you go to the cashier where you pay for the gas and you pay for it right there like a regular guy. You pay for your gas too, and then you wait for your number and they bring it out.
The last time we were there with Gabby Lamb, there was a guy that said, "They finally got my thing right. A button for extra mayonnaise."
Bro, Felipe, he's the dude that, you know, you have to tell, like, yo, be quiet, the kids are sleeping. Like, you know, when you're hanging out at night with your homies or whatever, he's the dude like, yo, I got neighbors, cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I love this dude. They were calling him Brown Sabbath because he had the nail polish and the they called him Joey Hamon. It's a good episode too. Y'all go check that out. What's up, fool? Let's see who else we got. Oh, this is Scarface again. This one, he's talking about the early Geto Boys album cover and the story behind that.
Night before, we heard Bill got shot.
That's Bushwick Bill.
You know, by his girl. And they say he got shot in the eye. Wow. So I had already, you know, I was already in my mind that that was the end of that. Like, you get shot in your fucking eye, that's the end of that story. So I was like, damn. So we had to go up to the hospital the next day. And let me tell you,
talks about Jay Prince.
Let me tell you how much of a thinker James is. Okay. James,
Jay Prince. When you say James,
yeah. The old man. Yeah,
he wanted to go to the hospital that next fucking day when Bill could have visitors, man, and shoot the fucking album cover.
This guy's a genius. It makes sense now, but back then,
man, Bill is fucking dead.
Right.
And Bill sit up in the gurney, and Chief pushed him out in the hallway, and Bill's sitting up on the gurney. I'm talking about out of there.
On meds or because of
on the meds? He's on meds.
Yeah, he's out of there. And got me and Willie to stand on each side of the gurney, man, like we was pushing him out the hospital, saying we can't be stopped, and snapped a photo with his eye hanging out, and that was it.
So that's not props.
Fuck no, that's not props.
Oh, you knew that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I was like, shit, Bill finna die, man.
All right. And he's a small guy, too, so you're not thinking he got the same strength as everyone else.
Shit.
Yeah, Dory was dead serious about that, too. But, yeah, rest in peace, Bushwick Bill. And, yeah, it's funny that he tells this story. This is a classic Drink Champs episode. I've been waiting for this episode for a very long time. So go watch the whole thing. I wanted to record the whole podcast because he just drops gem after gem, and he's such a humble dude, you know. And it's surprising to hear it coming from a legend like that. You know what I mean? Not really. A lot of them are humble, but he has an interesting perspective. And they also run a podcast too, him and Willie D, Ghetto Boys Reloaded. And I checked that one out, and they have an episode with Jay Prince that's amazing. So y'all go check that one out. But it's funny that he tells this story because they had people send in kind of, regards for Scarface, and this was Jay Prince's. I thought it was hilarious.
And I just want you to know how much you really, 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 really loved in this motherfucker. Because today, you're going to leave here knowing that how much you mean to motherfucking hip-hop.
I'm actually pretty fucking mean, but yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, okay. Hold on, I got. You have something to say? You got another one? Okay, let's go. I was gonna save that one. Okay, yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay.
This is
turn it because he's talking low.
Yeah, Jay Prince coming at you live and in living color. What's up, Face? Man, I'm hearing that you on Drink Champs, and I wanted to stop by because I believe I done tapped into the fountain of youth with this loyalty.
Right off top. Commercial. Loyalty commercial. The man is he's an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? And he's a legend in his own right. Let's see who else we got on here. Go watch that Scarface episode, though. It's very good. Oh, so on this past Monday, unfortunately, on Kill Tony podcast, unfortunately, Quentin Tarantino couldn't make it, so they had William Montgomery on there, the next best thing, you know what I'm saying? Which I prefer, you know. But there was an interesting moment where they had this dude, Sam Walker, from Calgary, come on, and it was kind of like an identity face-off, you know what I'm saying? So this was his first appearance on Kill Tony, and where we kind of met the dude, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I've pulled yet another name out of the bucket of destiny, and the name that I've pulled is Sam Walker. Sam Walker. Hey, put a gun against his head, pulled that trigger, now he's dead. Come on, guys, Sam Walker, everybody.
Excited to be here. This is a good-looking crowd. I haven't seen this many good-looking people in one place since the judge called all the witnesses at my indecent exposure trial. worry, I got off. A little bit about me. I like to walk the streets at night and pleasantly surprise people by not attacking them.
So yeah, Sam Walker came back out to Austin. And that, it's like when those two Spider-Mans meet, you know what I mean? Or like when Houston Drake met Dancehall Drake at the club that one time. Let's see.
Shows at speakeasies.
You get around a lot. You do a lot of hitchhiking.
No way, Daddy. I'm a fucking road warrior.
Hell yeah. William, what do you think?
I'm just so curious. Are you being serious or is this a character? I'm trying to figure this one out.
William, maybe.
I don't think the crowd really knew how funny that is. The drummer did.
Is this real?
Have you not met?
No, we've never met. I can't tell. I hope it's real. I just can't tell. It's ridiculous.
Bro, how many times has William heard that?
Doesn't look like a character. He's not smiling. Look at him. This is the real.
Is he gonna roast me now?
No, he's gonna roast you now, William. You're fucked.
No.
What would you say to William if you were gonna roast him?
Well, what I'd say is William takes horrible care of himself. That was a little on the nose.
Do we have another championship belt we can give this man right now? Does anybody have an extra championship belt?
I didn't record his response, I guess, but I really liked his response, and it was I think Tony asked him again or something, or maybe it was on his first. I think it was on his first appearance actually, where they asked him if it's like a character, or is this you, and he just kind of said like, it's me on 11, you know what I mean, and I think that's what most people do. Let's see, Trash Tuesday. They're talking about this fella Ollie London.
Can't even believe that. It's so weird.
I want to ask you guys something. What are your thoughts on that kid, Ollie London? The kid who... So he's a white guy. I'm not sure if he's a YouTuber. I don't know what he does.
I don't know him.
But he's an influencer, right? But I think he paid about $150,000 in like cosmetic surgery, and now he claims to be Korean.
I don't know what my reaction would be if I was seeing that for the first time. What was my reaction when I saw that for the first time? I don't think I laughed out loud like that. But maybe if I was on a show, maybe I would amp it up a little bit. Who knows?
He did it before me. I mean,
so he's transracial, like what Rachel Dolezal claims to be.
But he got actual surgery.
Yeah, see, that's him now.
To look like the culture.
he looks like Kesha. He's like,
yeah, he looks
like
whiter than ever.
Yeah.
So white.
What are the rules with this? Is this allowed?
I don't know.
I honestly don't know, because have you watched a Rachel Dolezal documentary?
Yeah, I just felt bad for her. Her kids were like, please, Mom, stop.
The pronouns are there, but he's using core and en with a slash in between, as if it's a separate type of like transracial pronoun.
Oh, yeah.
So he's being his own thing?
Wait, can you be transracial? Is that a real thing?
Well, he's claiming, like the Rachel Dolezals claim that. Like there's a white guy in Florida who also claims to be Filipino, but his excuse was he was raised by them, and it was that's a community he was surrounded by, so it makes sense. Him, on the other hand, just has a fascination and an obsession for BTS.
And I remember, oh, okay. I didn't know that. I don't know much about transracialism to form an opinion. I don't know enough about it. So I would need to research more. But I do remember the person in Florida that was claimed to, or that identified as a Filipino.
They use them a lot in the Philippines. Whenever I'm around the music, I'm around the food, I feel like I'm in my own skin. I'd watch the History Channel sometimes for hours. Whenever it came to that, and nothing else intrigued me more, but things about Filipino culture. I think if you're unhappy with who you are and you change yourself for the better, and that makes you happy, go for it. But I would never say it was a privilege to, be unhappy with yourself all the time. Well, the funny thing is
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're not infringing on anybody else's life or whatever, do what you do, fam. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Let me see what else we got.
Not anymore, dude. The internet, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, that's true, because their culture, their pop culture music is bigger than our pop culture.
They're creating their own pop culture now, fucking that.
Some of them.
No, all of them.
No, K-pop is big. But not in Japan and not in China. They're still behind us. They are.
Japan is not behind us in any way.
As far as our music.
In terms of film, music, and any of that. No, man.
Our hits here happen first, and then they get over there. So by the time they're burnt here, they start to get over there. That's just fact. That's just truth.
So what you're saying right now is they're like some Japanese guys opening up a present from their parents, and they go, Sublime album?
Yes! 40 ounces to freedom. And
that's what you're saying.
Great album.
And they don't practice Santeria. That's their whole life now.
And they're like memorizing their favorite new artist's name. Billy Joe Armstrong. Billy Joe Armstrong. So it doesn't, you know what I mean? So they remember it.
So it locks into their brain.
Yeah, Grinde. Billy Joe Armstrong. Dookie.
Another great album.
Do you know Green Day? Do you know that band?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I said something.
Give it.
So hacky, and it makes me sweat so much. I can't. I don't.
Please.
Oh my god! It's so embarrassing.
So what? We all have embarrassing shit. What was it?
So, and me and Nicole Parker are at the Emmys, and no one will come, and then William H Macy, right, decides to come, right, and I go, so how's the department stores?
Did you really say that to William H Macy? How are the department stores? Do you even get that joke, Rudy?
No.
There's a department store called Macy's. Do you know Macy's?
Yeah.
You know, like Nordstrom's.
His response was worse.
Yeah, he probably said, "Go fuck yourself."
No. You're a comedian, and he walked away.
Oh my God, I like that guy so much more. Oh my God. How much more do I like William H. Macy now that he said that to you? You're a comedian, walks away.
Now, did a little dig it, see if I could find this clip, and I did.
Yeah, Friday night. Prime time.
Prime time.
There is.
What's it like?
Yeah.
Prime time. It's so pretty there.
William H Macy, Mad TV.
We love your store.
I'm a big fan of yours, and we love your store. The men's department is Fargo
store. You can't get good help. We just got rid of it.
Seemed all right to me, and I think the young lady over here said it first. And his reply was pleasant, I think. Maybe afterwards, when the cameras went off, he gave him a little ribbons, you know? Who knows? But I think you did all right, Bobo. Let's see.
Did. Let me tell you something. I've been lucky to have a lot of little moments, but I was so young in the business that...
You've had good moments.
Well, when I did Punk'd, we met a million celebrities.
Right.
But I was so embarrassed about doing the show that it was a little hard for me. Like I drove Drake to meet the president. He thought he was meeting Barack Obama and Joe Biden.
Oh, so you're also you have to be in the scene and commit to the scene, and you have to play this guy, almost be invisible.
Yeah, you do. You have to be a chameleon.
You have to be a chameleon. That must be hard. And then it's also like, it's not as if you're the star of the show. You're kind of just a player, right? So you have to kind of be unknown almost.
Well, you do have to be unknown. And then afterwards, sometimes they like you and you get to know them. I mean, that's how I got to know Bam Margera. Like, I got to know some people from the show because afterwards they were like, yo, that was great.
Yeah.
Because we also wrote the show.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But there were moments where, you know, we would have to mess with celebrities and you're like, then they're upset when it's over. and then they hate you, and you're like,
Right.
it's not me.
Yeah.
It's a thing, and they're like, no, fuck you.
Really?
Kind of.
I mean, are there times?
See? That speaks to perception too. You know what I'm saying? That's an instance where he's playing a character and the scene is over. But the initial negative reaction to that person, to that character, still stays in the mark or whoever it was. In this case, it was Drake. Did a little research on that too. Look at this little baby boy right here. And Drake.
I'll tell you, sir, I'm a fan of your music. I enjoy your work.
Thank you very much, man.
Very good stuff.
Tell my mom that about that. Secret Service likes my music. She'll be happy to hear it.
All right, gentlemen, you have a check here, and once we get clearance, we'll escort you in.
He has no fucking idea what's about to happen. Go.
I think Andrew should bring that hairdo back. I like that. What happened to the... There he goes. And from that moment on, Drake hated Andrew Santino for a punked character. I thought this was nice. This was this is the legend Scarface just being human and getting cold. He got a little cold, so he asked for a jacket, and I thought that was very sweet.
Ass was a Klansman, bro.
Did you say Benny Hill?
Benny Hill.
Damn, it makes a noise when you know about Benny Hill.
Covers his ears.
I knew he was gonna fucking do it.
Wait, hold on. Only old motherfuckers know this.
They're a couple hours in, and Nori's feeling it. But yeah, I thought that was awesome. Just seeing Scarface be human, you know. Everything's too loud. Cold, I need a jacket, you know. Yeah. So I think this next one is the last clip, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Pete Holmes on Whiskey Ginger. Pete Holmes is super dope. He's got a podcast, You Made It Weird. Pretty sure it's all audio. Yeah, I don't know if you dug anything. Leave a comment, leave a like. It is cool to know that other people are watching, and it helps me, you know what I'm saying? So I'll leave you with this.
So cause even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream will never do. That's comedy.
Whoa.
That was
no,
comedy,
that was
though.
not comedy.
Well, Steven Tyler is putting on an affect in that moment.
Yeah.
Because this is something you feel lonely today.
Yeah.
If anyone feels lonely.
If you're out there and you're lonely.
Take a moment to appreciate not only how supported you are literally by the chair and the earth and gravity, how you're being fed by the light and by the air. This isn't spiritual woo. I'm just saying, like, really, you're not supported by who? Tim at the Quiznos? He's rude to you. Like, you are fucking part of this. Yeah. And your behaviors, this is something I got kind of from Terrence McKenna. Like, the way you scratch your head, that's in your genes.
Shout out Terrence McKenna. Go check out some of his lectures if you've never heard of him.
That means it's from your ancestors. I'm not a shaman in the jungle. I'm saying the way you're resting your body, the lineage of it would make you weep that you are a living monument to thousands of lives.
Wow.
It's like all the best things that are cliche, like you're not alone, you can never be alone, they're all true.
Right.
And it only takes a moment to be, even though they're all true. That's my great, I'll never meet him, never see a photo. There are no photos of him or her. And it's in my fucking blood.
This thing that you're doing. The way you hold,
the blood. And then there's the things that I learned. Like Steven Tyler learned, the sweetest thing I'll never do. From let's be honest, probably a black singer.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get there. Let's go there.
Let's go there.
Let's cancel
Let's get inside
Aerosmith.
of that. Yeah.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a new concept. Since Elvis Presley, we've been co-opting black culture. Yes. Two white guys figuring it out. Feminism next. Just the worst thing. Let's film it. Literally two white men in a small room figuring out the world's problems. And we're filming it to share. What a joke. Anyway.